His record 31 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Recognized by the WBA as their regular featherweight world champion, he is a veteran of 10 world title appearances. Please welcome the 3-weight division world champion and the 2-time and current featherweight champion of the world, Abner Mares.
Rayo Maldo, no se metan con lo mío. Ay, con la sangre caliente, no me la puedo apagar. Anda contenta la gente, si saben en dónde está, ¿por qué me la están negando? Díganle siendo en Zaguayo mi voz. A Ciudad Hidalgo.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, facing off at this time for this mega fight, a rematch that the world of boxing has been aching for. Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares, two gentlemen of the sport, 2 class acts, 2 renowned world champions. And look at them, they both look in great condition right now. The fight is June the 9th. They look like they could go at it right now.
How you guys doing? I was gonna wear a suit today, but no, hell no. It's too hot. First of all, I want to thank Richard Schaefer, Ringstar Promotions, Showtime, Al Heyman, Staples Center for making this possible. It's gonna be another great one. I can just imagine. Can I tell you guys? I can come in here. I mean, there's no way. Leo Santa Cruz is a great person, humble guy, good kid. He is the good kid, you know, and I guess I have to come in here as the bad guy. You know, I'm the bad person. So all I can say is words. I could talk. I could say I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. But I think my fist and my knowledge does the thinking for me. I think once we get in that ring, you already know. You saw the first fight in 2015, first bell. It's war. Nothing stopped me. Nothing stopped him, and it was just toe to toe. We pleased the fans. It was a tremendous fight, and there's no other way to sell this fight. I mean, just go back and look at the first fight. This is gonna be just the same thing. A war where 2 young fighters are fighting for pride, fighting for just everything. I'm fighting for redemption. He beat me the first time, and I'm gonna take this. Thank you guys. I hope you guys can come. Tickets are cheap as $50, like Richard said, and I already know there's gonna be a sellout because people know what I'm capable of doing. They know what Leo can do. So all I can say is I'm gonna win it. I want to dedicate this fight to my daughter, Emily, wherever she is. Her birthday on Monday. On Friday. This Friday she turns 12. I'm a proud dad, and I dedicate this fight to her. So you already know I'm dedicating something to my daughter. I got to keep my promise. I'm going to get that win. Thank you guys so much. Team Mares, we're going to get this. Let's do this.
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Le quiero dar las gracias por estar aquí, a toda la media, a todos los fans, por siempre estarnos apoyando. Gracias a ellos estamos aquí donde estamos. Si no fuera por ustedes, no estuviéramos aquí. También le quiero dar las gracias a mi manager, Al Heyman, que siempre ha estado apoyándome, me ha estado guiando por un buen camino. Digo que pues todo lo que tengo se lo debo a Dios, pero digo, Dios puso a Al Heyman en mi camino, y yo pienso que si no fuera por él, nada de lo que ha estado pasando, todo lo que tuviera, tampoco sería posible. So, le quiero dar las gracias a mi manager, Al Heyman, también a Richard Schaefer, a Showtime, por siempre darme la oportunidad de pelear en esta televisión. También a TGB Promotions, muchísimas gracias. Now I just want to say thank you to my manager, Al Heyman, to Showtime, to TGB Promotion, to Richard Schaefer, to all the Heyman team, and to all my fans, to all the fans that support boxing. That thanks to them, we're here. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at. And I just want to tell them thank you for always showing us the love, showing support. And, you know, every time I step in the ring, I do it for them. Because if it wasn't for them, like I said, we wouldn't be here. So I know sometimes, you could win a fight more easily, and you doing the a different fight, but you always try to please the fans. You always want them to go home happy, not to say that it was a boring fight, and you just make the fight harder, and that's what I always try to do, and I know that what Mares does too. We always go out there to give the fans a great show, and you guys saw in the first fight that we went at it. We were going toe-to-toe, exchanging. He gave me some shots, I gave him some shots back, and it was a really close fight, and before the fight, I said that if I beat him, that I will give him the rematch. I said if he beat me, I want him to give me the rematch. The fight didn't happen probably really fast. It didn't happen faster than the fans wanted it. But now it's happening, and I think this fight is gonna be better than the first fight. I think it's gonna be because Mares, he has a different trainer. Robert Garcia. He's a great trainer. He has many champions, and I have seen Mares improve. He has done a lot better, but that's another great motivation for me because Robert Garcia is training him. I know he's gonna come with seeking revenge, but I'm not gonna let that happen. My dad is a smart man too. He always knows how to send me in the ring and find the style of fighter that I face. Whoever fight, if he sees a fighter that boxes a lot, he knows a style to fight that. If he knows a fighter that brawls, he knows how to send me in the ring to fight that type of fight. And this fight, Mares dedicated this fight for her daughter. This fight is gonna be dedicated for my dad. He's going through cancer, and there's he has pain, and there's no other way to cure him. So I think the only way I could pay him back or that I could make him feel a little bit happy is by, working hard in the gym, training hard, and give him this win. So, this fight is going to be dedicated for him fighting for cancer. And if he sees me working hard, not giving up, I think that's going to give him the courage to keep on fighting. And, this fight is just for him, and hopefully it's going to be a great fight like the first one or even better. So I just want to let you guys come watch us June 9 or on Showtime. That is going to be a great fight that you guys don't want to miss. When two Mexicans get in there, it's going to be a war, and this is not going to be the exception. So thank you all for the support, and see you guys June 9.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be out here at the Staples Center, Star Plaza. When I look at all these great statues of Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, Wayne Gretzky and Shaq, and then I see Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mares and what they did here almost 3 years ago. They are stars, and we're looking forward to a great fight on Showtime on June the 9th. Steven Espinoza and all of us will be here, minus myself. I would love to be here, but not too often that you get a call that says come to the Hall of Fame, so I think I better answer that call. And looking forward to that weekend, but I will be watching. What we're going to do now is we're going to just ask questions of the guys like I normally would, as though we were in the ring. And let's start with Leo Santa Cruz. ESPN called this fight and the scene after it happened reminiscent of Hagler-Hearns. And I was at Hagler-Hearns, and I was also at this fight. And it was a great scene. Are you expecting the same type of fight, Leo?
I think that he's going to be, come a lot smarter. He's gonna come out and be smarter than the first fight. In the first fight he said that he wasn't thinking right, that maybe they weren't sending him for the right fight. And now with Robert Garcia, I know Robert Garcia is gonna send them to do another smart fight, like a smart fight. So, but whatever he brings to the table, we're gonna adjust. My dad's gonna tell me how to fight him, and we're gonna do everything we do to be always on top of that.
You won a majority decision, but I'm sure you've watched the fight on television and the replay probably several times. Can you understand how Abner might have thought that he won the fight, having watched it again?
Oh, maybe because he was putting pressure the first rounds, and then he was putting the pressure, but I was boxing him. But it was a close fight. Us as fighters, when we're up there, we're not really keeping count of what rounds are we just up there fighting, and at the end of the fight, you think we're gonna think we both won. So but the judges, we leave that to the judges and to the fans, and we just I'm happy we gave the fans a great fight.
Do you have to change your approach at all for this fight?
There had to be little changes. You know, we had to change some things. We had to box, you know, start boxing probably since the first round, or, you know, maybe not. We're going to see, you know, my dad's going to tell me what to do. And once we're up there since the first round rings, you know, we're going to know what we're going to have to do to win the fight.
Do you know any other way to fight than to just simply brawl like you do and throw so many punches? I mean, what I forget the number that was in this fight, over 2,000.
Yeah, no, I know how to box. You know, I know how to fight different styles.
You do?
Yeah, but you know, I always try to brawl because, you know, that's what the fans love. They love a fighter that goes forward, throwing punches, brawling, because that's what entertains them. So I think that's why I have always keep doing that. But, you know, they said you have to be smart. You have to be smart, and now I'm probably gonna start to be smart and just do the fight that makes me win.
How often have you thought about having this fight again, and why did it take so long to come together once again?
You know, I wanted it to be the rematch right away since the first fight. You know, like I said, I was willing to give, you know, Mares the rematch in the first fight, but I don't know, yes, it was maybe the team, they didn't come to an agreement, or the promoters, I don't know, it wasn't in my choice. I wanted the rematch. Like I said, I was gonna give it to him, but it didn't happen. But thank God now it happened, and hopefully it's still as good as, you know, the first one.
Leo, how much have you changed, or has it altered you to have lost the fight after having had a perfect record and losing the fight to Carl Frampton?
You know, it was hard. You know, losing to Carl Frampton, it was hard. I was depressed. You know, I was, I don't know, just depressed. But then the fans were sending me messages that, you know, I was still their champion, that one loss don't mean nothing, that you just go back to training, come and get the rematch, and the rematch to beat him, and it's gonna be like if nothing happens. The last never came, but you know, our pride is to retire. You know, to retire undefeated and everything. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to think about it. And one loss, like I said, it don't mean nothing. It's, you know, as long as you have the fans support, the love, they keep on right there supporting you. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, the fans.
Is it hard to want to beat up a guy you like?
Yeah, it is. You know, it is hard. You know, if you're fighting a fighter that, you know, like, that you hate or stuff like that, it's easier. You know, because you're like, oh, I hate him, I want to go out there and beat him. But when you see a nice guy or a family guy, like, you know, like myself, you know, Mares is a family guy. He has 2 daughters. He has his wife. You know, they always, you know, they're great persons, and you wish you didn't have to get in the ring with them, because, you know, you have to choose between you and him, and of course you're gonna choose yourself. So you have to. But this is a business. It's a business, and you have to do what you gotta do for your family. And once you get up there, you forget all those things.
All right, that's Leo Santa Cruz. Get your tickets, June 9th. Richard Schaefer, ring star. Tom Brown. Richard always puts on great fights, and the Battle of Los Angeles. And now we turn to you, Abner. Abner, since this loss was such a great fight, I'm sure you have wanted this, and this has been on the top of your list to check off. How frustrating has it been for you to have to wait so long to get this rematch?
First of all, it would have happened last year. Can you hear me? Yeah. It would have happened last year, but like Leo said, for certain reasons, it did not. It was out of my hands, his hands, and it did not happen. But, you know, it's here now. It's official. We're here facing each other, press conference. So, I mean, all I can say is that I'm eager to get in there and just, you know, get this win, redemption. Because ever since the first defeat, I got home, I watched the fight, and like Leo says, I mean, there's things I could have done too that would have made the fight easier for myself, which I didn't. And we just pleased the crowd, and that's what we did. And at the end of the day, you know what? Once I get in there, I know we all going in with the plan, but once you get hit, and then once you hear the crowd, it goes out the window, and you just want a war. So I don't know. I could sit here and tell you guys I'm gonna box him, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But hey, I'm a warrior. I'm that type of fighter, and I'm just gonna go in there and get this win, no matter what.
You've watched the fight, I'm sure, several times. Having watched it, do you feel as though the decision was correct?
You know what? I'm not even worried about that. I think, yeah, it was correct. It was a close fight, but I think he landed the more effective punches, you could say, the clearer punches. You know, that's it. I'm over that already. As long as I'm happy with my performance as far as pleasing the crowd, I'm good. That's a win for me. Check, move on, and now I got this rematch. So it's time to make some changes and adjustments and get the win.
How much have you changed your approach? You said you really can't change your style, but how much have you changed your approach now with Robert Garcia in your corner?
Again, I can sit here and tell you how much I've done it, but all I can say is go look at my last two performances. My last two fights with Robert Garcia, number one against Jesus Cuellar, the knockout artist, knockout puncher from Argentina, who's fighting Gervonta Davis soon. People thought I was going to get knocked out. People thought I was washed out. And look what happened. I dropped him. I won an easy fight. And that lets you know what kind of corner, what type of team I had. And that's Robert Garcia, RGBA, and that lets you know what type of Abner Mares is going to show come June 9th.
Do you see any vulnerability now in Leo, now that he has lost the fight and he has tasted the same thing that you had tasted in your fight against him?
I mean, no disrespect. I've always seen it. Even when he was undefeated. That's why I've always said I could beat him. I know I could beat him. It's just a matter of, going in there and having the perfect game plan and the perfect fight. I know he feels like he could beat me, but this is the type of fight where we had a so close fight that we feel like there's no way I could lose. So it makes it that exciting. He feels that he could box, he could do different things, but I'm more natural at that. So I think it's just gonna come out to just who's more patient and who really goes in there and does who does their homework and who really goes in there and really does it.
Leo, great Mexican fight. Can you say some words in Spanish and kind of surmise what has just been said with all these questions and answers into a confined period, if you could, in Spanish?
Sí, nomás lo que estaba preguntando el señor es que qué tipo de pelea esperamos, las cosas que hemos cambiado ahí arriba del ring, y pues como lo hemos dicho, nomás ser inteligentes ahí arriba del ring, y nomás dar una gran pelea a todos los fans, a toda la gente que nos está mirando, porque ellos son los que pagan para mirar una gran pelea, y nosotros al final del día lo que queremos dar es una gran pelea para todos los fans, para que ellos se vean contentos y digan, no, esta fue una gran pelea, un gran espectáculo, y pues nada más que vamos a estar bien preparados para esa noche. Vamos a traer lo mejor de nosotros y vamos a dar una gran pelea. Nomás es lo que estamos hablando. Gracias.
Thank you, Leo. Abner, same for you, please.
Bueno, pues lo único que yo puedo decir a la gente es de que esperen una gran batalla de mi parte. Voy a entrenar al 100% para darles lo mejor de mí. Yo sé que Leo Santa Cruz es el tipo de persona, de atleta que se entrena a lo máximo, y es lo único que les puedo decir, que va a ser una gran batalla. Vamos a ganar, va a ganar el público, va a ganar la gente que va a venir a ver esta pelea, y lo único que le puedo decir es preguntar a Leo Santa Cruz. ¿Estás listo, Leo?
Estamos listos.
Listos para dar una gran pelea a ustedes. Es todo lo que vamos a hacer.
We thank you all for coming. We look forward to June 9th on Showtime. It's going to be a great fight. It's hot out here. We know it's hot. It's going to be hot when these two get in the ring, but Mr. Anschutz promises the air conditioning will be on. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jim, and make sure we'll see you June 9th here at Staples Center. It's for family, it's for LA, it's for glory, and it's for all of us fight fans. Thank you.
You know what they say?
And the Hall of Famer in there, too.
They don't want me.
Sam Watson. Sam Watson, get in there, Sam. Come on, it's not a picture without Sam Watson.
You know what? When you get to the Hall of Fame, the lobby, my friend, I got to get in 20 years. They got to get a special category. He is a good guy. Good guy.
Get in there, Sam.
Not yet.
Get in there, Sam.
They're going to face off, right?
Get in there, Sam.
No, they already did face off.
Oh, really?
He faced off in the beginning when we did the. So it's obviously very